Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone at tarotforhealing.com. I hope you guys are doing really well. This is your monthly reading for January 2016 and this is for the Leos, and I'm going to be using the Wild Unknown Tarot. And I do want to let you guys know I'm still doing the 2016 personal readings. If you're interested in those as well, that is a personal one just for you, and so it's more specific than these more general readings. So I'm just shuffling up the deck for now, and we're gonna see, just like usual, what is coming up for you, and starting off with your finances. So your first card, Leo. Okay, your first card is the Three of Cups with the Magician and the Justice card. Okay, so to me, the Three of Cups is saying that you are going to be able to celebrate something in terms of your finances and money. I think that your skills are going to be on point this month. Like, your skills are going to be what is really going to stand out and what is really going to get you the praise and adoration, and that you're going to be really happy about and cheering yourself, giving yourself a pat on the back for, and just, moving along in terms of using those talents that you have, using what you know, what you've studied for, what you've learned, what you have experience in, because the Magician is about mastery. So there's something that you have mastered, and to me, it's like, with this card, it's saying that maybe this could be something even maybe that you've mastered as a group. So it may not only be about you and your skills. It might be that you actually accomplish something with a group of other people as well. And because this can also be a card of like socializing, being around others. So it could have been like a group effort. It could be like a separate thing where you're being honored, but it also could be a group thing where it's a project, it's something that you did working with alongside other people, which could be going really well also. But I think that maybe this could have been your idea, or this could have been your brainchild, or maybe you were the one that was kind of orchestrating this group together, that actually led this group of people to success. But then either way, it's saying with the Justice card, justice can represent courts and legal systems, but it also can represent choices and decisions. This is a card that also can remind you of what your morals and your values are as well. So I'm kind of feeling here that it being next to the Magician, it could be saying that maybe this is a time where you have to really think about also how you are using your gifts, maybe how you can monopolize on certain things, like how you can establish those gifts further, or how you can use them for it to be more profitable for you, like that kind of thing. Justice in relation to sort of legal organizations and things, is it could be maybe you're dealing with some legal matters as well about something that you're trying to manifest. So obviously, if you're trying to do business, you have to deal with like business laws and stuff like that. Also, you might be trying to maybe get a good result out of a judgment case or something like that. Maybe you're trying to manifest that situation, maybe you went through something and you've been waiting, hoping for some money, and you're trying to manifest money and hope that you win, the judgment, or things go in your favor. So it also could be saying that maybe there is some kind of deliberations that are taking place beforehand that might decide, okay, how this is going to go for you. But what I'm kind of seeing here is I do feel this sense of or maybe even going back and thinking about something that you did, like thinking about maybe something that you could have improved on. Maybe you created something and you did something and you're thinking to yourself, how could I have done that better, or how could I have improved what I currently done, or how do I bring it to the next level? So I kind of can see that maybe you're the one that is thinking about, okay, what decisions you made, or situations that you were in that you might be readdressing at this time as well, connected with a decision to do with finances or money, that kind of thing. I'm really focused on these two cats. I feel like they're trying to say something in this reading right now, and how he's kind of looking over to them. The cats, one is black and one is white, so that kind of does represent a contrast as well, but then this animal has this contrast in its color as well. So that's an interesting theme. I'm kind of feeling like you're on the fence, like there's two sides to this situation, and you're, for some reason, you might be a bit muddled up in terms of a choice or a decision, and maybe you're sitting on the fence about certain things as well, when because maybe you did take action and things maybe were progressing fast, but then now things maybe have halted because now you have to rethink things, reconsider things, and you're just sort of working out, okay, what is the next step? So it could be that as well. So, and it could be saying that maybe if you are in a state of kind of confusion, maybe you do have to consult somebody else, ask an opinion or something to kind of help you out in that situation, what somebody else may think. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm picking up for you, Leo, in terms of finances and money. So let's kind of see what relationships are saying in your cards. Okay, relationships. Never one coming back for the relationships. Son of Cups, interesting one. This time you have the Emperor showing up with the Seven of Swords, with the Son of Cups. So it's interesting because this card showed up previously, and I did shuffle them, and I actually picked them from random parts in the deck. But I feel that it's a slightly different message though in comparison to when it showed up for Aries. And to be honest, I think it showed up in a different area for Aries, anyways. For those of you that are single, but it showed up for those of you that are in relationships this time. And the Emperor is kind of telling me that I feel like there's somebody that I may have been in a long-term relationship with somebody else. This person could actually be a person that you are married to or in a committed relationship with. But there's some kind of, again, I'm seeing lying and deceit. Somebody not being honest. They're not saying things, or they're keeping secrets, or and then there's the emotions that are going on here with the Son of Cups and the Son of, like, it's just all kind of telling me that I'm kind of getting this feeling of somebody that's been in a long-term relationship, but they're not being honest, and they should be. Maybe and to have the Son of Cups there, it could be saying maybe this person is giving love to somebody else. Like maybe the love has died in a certain situation, and you're thinking, instead of just saying it and instead of just doing it and just saying, okay, this is how I feel, or trying to work it out with this person that has been your long-term partner, like I feel like there could be either somebody is like kind of stepping out, or somebody is just not saying how things are really going right now, or maybe then they're just not revealing that they're unsatisfied, that they're not pleased. And so what I would say is you need to, I would say sometimes it's just better to just tell things as is. Similar thing I said to the Aries singles. Sometimes you have to tell things as they are. You just have to say it. You just have to, I think it's better than just keeping things and just not saying stuff, and things becoming quite messy later on down the line. To be honest, this interpretation of this card kind of makes me feel a bit like weird, because like when I look at it, it just feels kind of not only really sneaky, but then at the same time it kind of feels like he's hiding this sword, like he's hiding something that could be painful to somebody else because they don't want to hurt them emotionally, but then at the same time they are hurting them emotionally by not saying it, and because obviously there's this thing going on that this person doesn't know about. So it's like just keeping them in the dark doesn't save them from that hurt, if you get what I'm saying. It doesn't save that person from still feeling the pain, and a lot of the time when a person does find out that this has been going on for quite some time, that's when the pain is even worse. So I kind of feel like if you are in that predicament, is this is just me speaking. Obviously, this is, your life, and you have to handle it the way you see fit. But I just feel like it's always just best to be honest and just tell things as they are and say. And especially if you've been with this person a long time, maybe you don't also want to say something because maybe you feel that you've been really invested in this person. Maybe you even have children and a family and everything with this person, and so you're kind of thinking, oh, I can't really say all this stuff because it's going to ruin all of that, which I can kind of understand. But then at the same time, again, I just feel like just being open is the best thing. I just kind of get this impression when I look at this cup right here with all these colors coming out, that there is somebody else that is kind of stirring up emotions in you. And I think that's what you're not saying. So that's kind of how them cards are, Leo. So be careful. Be careful. For those of you that are single, I get the Hierophant with the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Wands. Oh, somebody is really wanting a family. I feel like with these cards, they're really wanting a family. They want somebody that is going to be, in a long-term situation with them. Leo, you might actually meet somebody that you feel like you can be in a long-term relationship with, somebody you want to build with, create a family with, or with somebody that you feel like you can have that kind of future with this person. It could even be, for some of you, it could be somebody that is older than you. It could be somebody that may have come into your life very suddenly. That's kind of what I'm getting as well, like a really sudden connection with somebody else. And I think that you're really going to be intrigued by this person's intellect and the information that they know and the things that they share. I think that's probably what's going to draw you to this person first. You also might be finding a kind of spiritual connection with them, like maybe you have the same religious beliefs, or you live by a very similar philosophy when it comes to your life and the way that you practice maybe your own spiritual practice that like is very similar. So I think that you guys are going to have similarities in that respect. Also, you might be dealing with somebody that is very traditional as well. So you might be dealing with somebody that isn't the type to want to maybe have sex before marriage, or somebody that really values being in a committed relationship versus just a fling kind of situation. And I think that in general you might actually find that things might be progressing fast for you with this person, because of the fact that, again, they're into the commitment. Like, they're not in it just to sort of just be friends and just chat. And I feel like this person is kind of coming in and they're pretty serious about settling down and stuff like that. And I think for some of you guys, you may meet this person and you might not even be thinking of wanting to settle down. Like, you might be thinking, oh yeah, this person is a nice guy and or nice girl, and I know that they are like that. But you might be like, you may have had the understanding before that you wasn't going to be so fast to settle down and stuff like that, or maybe you just wasn't really considering it like that. But now that this person is talking to you about it and bringing this offer to you, you might have a change of heart and be like, okay, I'm going to consider this because I really like this person. So, maybe we can make our relationship official and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. I feel like you're really just wanting to settle with somebody. And I think the opportunity can really present itself, especially if you're ready for that kind of thing. Like a serious person to enter into your life. So those are your relationship cards. And so we're going to go into your spiritual cards, Leo. And your spiritual cards are the Three of Pentacles with the Two of Swords with the Four of Swords. I love this Four of Swords, so cute. Okay, what I see for you in terms of your spirituality is you have the strength within yourself to really remove the blocks that you're feeling in your life, or that if things are feeling stuck and stifled, I feel like you'll be able to get over those situations. You'll be able to get over those hurdles. Again, this is about using your divinity to get past things, to get through things, to get through the challenges, and to succeed in the end with what you're hoping for, or what you're trying to release, what you're trying to move out of your life. I think that indecision may be also blocking you from doing certain things or moving past a certain point. That's what I'm getting. I think that for some of you guys, you may be not wanting to step out of your comfort zone, or not wanting to be open to newer things. And so and it could be maybe because certain things were difficult, and so you're just like, you know what, I'm just not sure if I'm ready to move into certain things. But then it's kind of telling you that I feel like your cards are kind of saying you can't just stay in this position of indecision and just not really confirming something to really say, okay, this is where I stand, like this is where things are at. Like I kind of get this impression that there is this sense of just being in the middle, basically, that is kind of going on with you. And it's kind of saying that you need to be, if you want your life to go in a certain direction, you have to be a little bit more decisive with where you're trying to go and what you're trying to achieve. Spiritually, you could be saying that, I think that a lot of you guys can get actually a lot of reward and fulfillment out of the work that you do, and the hobbies that you have, and the things that make your life a little bit more exciting, the things that excite you. So it might be a really good idea for you to explore more things in January that do excite you, the things that do help you to relax and ease your mind and to de-stress. So I feel like there is a sense of self-care in your cards, but this is self-care in terms of really finding the joy in the things that you do. Don't let things limit you or stop you or prevent you from having the time to do these things, to commit yourself to just, if there's anything that you like to do, if you like to go hiking, if you like to visit new places, if you like to go to restaurants sometimes, like whatever you enjoy doing, spend a bit more time trying to do it. Because I think spiritually your cards are kind of saying that that's what you need to kind of fill you up in a spiritual way, is just to get more enjoyment and to get a little bit more relaxation, a little bit more quiet time. So yes, that's my advice to you, Leo. Peace and many blessings to you. Have a wonderful January. I'll see you. Bye.